Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott and I'm the Emperor of Stomaria. Today I want to talk about Stomaria's wealth and power.
This is how nations are built and empires are forged. For every nation that becomes integrated into the empire, for every territory that we acquire, for every citizen that joins us, for every drop of water we collect, for every seed that we sow, for every watt of energy we produce, for every silver bar that we stamp, we are securing our future.
So over the years I've seen a lot of people commenting on Stomaria's wealth and power, both from a place of admiration but also a place of revulsion. Some will admire how much time, energy and resources we've poured into Stomaria, how we've established a citizenship base that actually means something, and are gradually pulling in different nations and different communities into the empire to integrate them into something larger and more significant, which will be able to accomplish our common goals a lot faster. And those goals are being accomplished. The acquisition of land, planting dozens of fruits, vegetables and herbs in our territory, minting and utilising silver bars and silver coins as a medium of exchange of sound money, hosting gatherings and all manner of other things. All of this is on record and visible to all, and they can see that all we have done so far is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the first few steps in our long journey in accomplishing something greater. And then you have the others who will stand aghast at what we're doing. There's no way that we've invested as much as that into Stomaria. There's no way we have that many citizens. There's no way we have that many subscribers. There's no way we have that much silver. There's no way we have that much land. There's no way these nations are being integrated in the empire. And if they are, it's because we're dirty, filthy imperialists who are trying to dominate everyone around us and tell them what to do and boss them around and not let them do their own thing. Those are the kind of two opinions out there at the moment. But the fact is, we've accomplished what we've accomplished, not because we have a massive pool of financial resources behind us, or we have a massive abundance of time to dedicate towards this, but rather because we are simply doing what we said we were going to do. And I think that is the main point that I want to get across in this particular video. We wanted to start building a community of people that were like-minded. So we did. We wanted to integrate other nations and other communities into the empire in order to accomplish our common goals. So we did. We wanted to establish trade networks that utilized sound money, commodity money, as a medium of exchange. So we did. We wanted to start acquiring private freehold land that could be utilized in order to attain greater levels of self-reliance. So we did. We have set the standard for many people out there, and we get no end of comments, emails and messages from people who have watched our content, have seen our posts and seen our videos, and they've gone, this is fantastic, this is what I want to do, you're an inspiration to me, and I just want to say that, you have inspired me to do something similar. And that's always great to see. And this is not least because what we are doing does not require anything extraordinary to actually happen, for it to actually work. As I say, we do not come from a background where there's enormous amounts of wealth behind us. We are just doing this as ordinary people coming together in order to accomplish our common goals. And what's more, it is also a fantastic way in order to develop your own skill set and knowledge. It's a great opportunity for personal growth. You can learn so much about so many different things through this nation building process. Not just history or monetary systems or governmental systems or economic systems, but also a lot more practical skills and things that you might not have thought about in the past. You could be learning about vexillology or tailoring, or getting involved in sporting activities like archery or shooting. You could be learning how to keep bees, rear animals, or how to grow certain types of fruits and vegetables. You could be learning about forestry, renewable energy, water purification or construction. You could be learning about the best kind of carbon steel to use for swords and sabres, passport designs or metal refinery. You could be learning about how to make jams, refine wines, or how to preserve or pickle certain foods. The list goes on and on. Now compare all that to, say, anonymous people on the internet, raiding Discord servers, declaring war, declaring investigations or sanctions or whatever else against other anonymous people on the internet. People changing the name or the flag or the government structure of their nation of one every other week because they get bored. People that promote some of the most oppressive and murderous ideologies in the modern world, communism, fascism, neo-Nazism, all to be a bit edgy, a bit out there. People that print off worthless bits of paper at home, put a stamp on it, expect it to have value, and declare they have a monetary system. People claiming uninhabitable land masses that they'll never visit, or entire continents, or even entire planets as their territory. People that count ants, chickens, stuffed bears, or family pets as citizens, with the latter often being the head of state. And again, the list goes on and on and on. I've seen it all before, and more to the point, so has everyone else. And so perhaps it isn't that surprising that Stomaria is increasing in popularity. More and more people find us to be of interest because we are different. What we are doing is rooted in reality. We are actually doing what it says on the tin. We are working to establish a nation and forge an empire. We are taking practical, pragmatic steps to attain a de facto independence by trying to reduce reliance on the wider world, in trying to attain greater levels of self-reliance and self-determination for ourselves and for the member states of the empire. And as I said earlier in this video, this has been accomplished without any major wealth being thrown at this. This is a case of people simply believing in what we are doing, and so people are supporting us in whichever way they can. Our plan remains unchanged. We want to raise as much revenue as possible through conventional means and use that revenue in order to acquire additional territory. On that territory, we want to establish as many productive industries as we can, with the intention of having Stomarian citizens and the other citizens of the empire utilizing those industries, working in those industries, and eventually living on the land itself. We want to get to a point where we can have, across the British Isles, different territories, different provinces, in which each have an industry or an economy of some description and an entire community in its own right. And they will be largely self-reliant, engaging in trade and commerce and enterprise with other provinces, with other citizens, and the whole thing is going to be one great big network of people that actually believe in what we're striving to do. And unlike every other nation or empire in history, I would imagine this is going to be based on pure voluntary association and voluntary affiliation. This is a case where people choose to become Stomarian citizens or a citizen of another member state of the empire. And this is the vision that we have. This is what we want to achieve. And this is not just possible, but it is probable. And it is being done as we speak. We already have land. We have started that process. There is an industry on that land, and over time it's going to expand larger and larger. We're going to have people coming there to manage it, to look after it, and we're going to develop things further and faster as time goes on. This cannot be stopped unless we want it to stop. And we don't want it to stop because we are on the right path. And this is not to isolate us from the rest of the world, but rather to be able to provide the basic necessities that we need to survive. To provide our own food, to provide our own water, to provide our own energy, to provide our own housing. These are essentials that we believe that we can provide for ourselves if given the chance, if given the opportunity, and given the financial resources behind us to actually accomplish these goals. And that is what we are striving for. We are looking for a de facto independence. We are looking to build a society, a civilization, a real, genuine community, a real, genuine nation. We do not require other people's approval to exist. We will work within the confines of the laws around us. That is a given. But what we can do is we can extend ourselves further. We can push ourselves further, right to the limit in terms of what is possible. And who's to say, in the generations ahead, as more and more people become Stomarian citizens, as more and more nations and communities become integrated into the empire, and the dozens that we are now turn into the hundreds, and then the thousands, and then the tens of thousands, who knows what the future can hold. But with all of that said, I just wanted to reiterate the point that our position is strong. We have a good starting point where we are. We have already accomplished so much in the first 4 years. More could have been accomplished. We had some setbacks, not anything to do with us necessarily, but in terms of like the pandemic set us back for a few years in terms of our ability to actually function as we wanted. But all that by the by, we have accomplished great things in the short time that we have been around. And over the next 4 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, we will be leaving something for our children to take on. This is our vision. And the first steps of this journey have already begun. So if you wanted to support Stomaria, then please feel free to give this video a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.